Hello students, today we are going to see the next chapter of this semester, that are the normal secondary growth. In previous lecture we have seen the mechanical tissue and vascular tissue. In today's lecture we are going to see normal secondary growth. I have explained and the number of times that is what is the secondary growth and which plant showing the secondary growth. Let's see the what is the normal secondary growth. There are the two types of growth take place in a plant, that is the normal secondary growth and the abnormal secondary growth. Normal, that means every plant showing the there is a normal behavior of a secondary growth, and the abnormal, they are having the sub abnormality or the anomalous structures can develop there, so that is known as the anomalous secondary growth. Let's see the what is the secondary growth. It is the growth is the initial stage of plant is called as a primary growth. The growth are the different types: primary growth and secondary growth. First, there is a primary growth. The initial stage of a growth is considered as a primary growth. For example, in a tissue there are the xylem and phloem are the form. Single xylem and phloem are the form, that is considered as a primary growth. Then what is the secondary growth? It is defined as an increase in diameter and the thickness of a plant of the axis through the activity of a lateral meristem, like a vascular cambium and the cork cambium, in the stellar and the extrastellar regions. That is considered as a secondary growth. Same way, primary growth like concept here. In this secondary growth, there are the increase in a diameter and the thickness of a plant. Thickness of plant due to the activities like vascular cambium, activity of a vascular cambium and lateral meristems, due to which lateral meristems having the only one function to dividing cells, and the growth will be take place, so that in a lateral part meristem is present, so that cell is continuously dividing. That means number of cell added in a tissue, that is lateral meristems. And cambium, in cambium present in vascular tissue between the xylem and phloems, that is also doing the function of meristematic in nature, so that some cambium also having the meristematic region, so that is known as a vascular cambium. And cambium, it is a meristematic nature, due to which it also doing the function of a cell division, and the growth in plant will be take place. So such type of growth occurs, that growth is known as the secondary growth. I hope you have clear about the primary growth and the secondary growth, and the reason behind how growth will be take place, or the secondary growth will be take place in a plant. Simply in that primary xylem and the primary phloem is present in primary growth. In secondary growth, secondary xylem and the secondary phloem is present. Let's see how secondary growth will take place. In center there are the cambium is present, red color icon is there, that is known as a cambiums. In cambiums there are the meristematic natures of cells are present. Then cambium is present between the phloem and xylems. When secondary growth taking place, that cambium is divided primary xylem into the secondary xylem and primary phloem into the secondary phloem. In this way, secondary growth take place in a dicot plant. Let's see what are the significance of a secondary growth. Increase the diameter of stem is possible only because the secondary growth. Increase the diameter of stem, it is possible due to the secondary growth. That is the first significance, that is the important ones. Then second significance, formation of a spring wood, outman wood, hurt wood, sap wood in the plants, the result of a secondary growth. Due to secondary growth, different type of a wood are the formation, that are the spring wood. If secondary growth not exhibit in a plant, so that there is no wood preparation, so that for the wood preparation like different commercial woods, there are necessary secondary growth take place in that plant, then only the wood formation will be take place. That means spring wood, outman wood, hurt wood or the sap wood. Next, The quality of wood is decided by a secondary growth. Any plant showing the secondary growth, that means that wood having the very much quality. If monocot plant does not having the secondary growth, that consideration, that is a low quality of a wood or the low quality of a stem. Then next, the rigidity, strength, hardness of the stems plant depends on nature of the secondary growth. Another type of importance or the significance, rigidity, strength and the hardness of a stem, it is a depends upon the nature of a secondary growth. If the secondary growth which is a high in nature, that means their stem, it is a rigid stems. That stem having the strength, that stems having the hardness. That is the indication due to nature of a secondary growth. Let's see another type of importance and the significance. The wood structure and its anatomy may be indicate primitive and the advanced nature of a plant. Wood structure and its anatomy indicate the primitive and the advanced character. Primitive, that means they having the primitive characters, old one characters, and advanced they having the such typical character and the advanced characters. Next, the anatomical character of a secondary tissue will be understand the evolution of plant groups. Anatomical characters of the secondary growth, it is helpful to understand the evolution of a plant. How plant group are the evoluted or the evolve, that can be explained with the help of a secondary growth. Then cork and the bark are formed as a result of a secondary growth, are important protective tissue of a many plant. Cork and the bark is formed, it is due to the secondary growth. The cork act as a waterproofing cover to the plant. Cork act as a waterproofing cover to the plant. That are the some importance related to the secondary growth. I hope this point is clear. First we have see the primary growth, secondary growth, then significance of a secondary growth. Let's see main origin. Any plant, how secondary growth will be take place. That is the main reason, that is a cambium. In a vascular tissue there is cambium present, and due to which only the secondary growth take place in a vascular bundle. It is due to the cambium. Let's see the cambium. It is the one type of tissue which having the nature in a meristematic in nature. Cambium is tissue which having their property, that is a meristematic tissue. Let's see the what is the meristematic tissue which have a role in secondary growth of plant. First point to be clear here, cambium, it is a tissue which are doing the function of a meristems, and we know the what is the meristem function. Meristems are the growth tissue which are doing the function of a cell division. In a dicot, stems has a conjoined collateral open vascular bundle, and that are arranged in a ring form. That is the key characters to understand here. The vascular bundle in a dicot plant, most of students doesn't know which type of vascular bundles present in dicot plant. The first, that is a stem showing the conjoint, collateral and open type of vascular bundle, and that vascular bundle are present in a ring form. The cambium is present in the vascular bundle, that is known as a fascicular cambium. If cambium present in a vascular bundle, that cambium is known as fascicular cambium. The medullary ray which present between the vascular bundle resume the meristematic activity and form the many strips of meristematic tissue line, that is the fascicular strips, fascicular cambium. This strip is known as the interfascicular cambiums. Let's simply see the vascular bundle are present in a ring forms, and the two vascular bundles are connected each other by the one line, or the basically one line between the medullary rays, that is known as the interfascicular cambiums. Let's see, here are two types of cambiums. Between the xylem and phloem, the first type of cambium, that is known as the fascicular cambium, and between the two vascular bundle are connected to each other with the help of a medullary lines that is known as the interfascicular cambium. Let's see the process of a secondary growth. In a number of plant, how process of secondary growth will be take place. The process of secondary growth in a stem of a Helianthus anus, that means in a sunflower how secondary growth will be take place. Let's see. In sunflower stem, secondary growth seen in both the vascular cylinder as well as a cortex also. Secondary growth in a vasculature brought about by the activity of a fascicular cambium. In the primary structure of a cambium is in the form of strips between the xylem and phloem. At the initiation of a secondary growth, parenchymatous cells of the medullary rays become meristematic in nature. Newly forms of strips that join by the interfascicular cambia and form the completely closed ring. At the beginning of a secondary growth, each cambial cell divide tangentially and form two cells. If the differentiating cells is towards the periphery, it forms the secondary phloems, and towards in the pith, it forms the secondary xylem. Let's see. Here are the in a Helianthus anus stems how secondary growth will be take place. There are two types of growth will be take place. That is, the first is a growth take place in a cortex or the outside of a vascular bundle and the inside of a vascular bundle. Outside of vascular bundle, there are the number of parenchyma cells present in between the two vascular bundles, and two vascular bundles are connected to each other by the medullary rays that is known as the interfascicular cambia. So that parenchyma also doing the meristematic in function, so that there also secondary growth will be take place outside the vascular bundle, that means in the cortex, and the inside of vascular bundle there is also secondary growth will be take place, that is done by the fascicular cambia divides the cells. In a peripheral region there is a formation of secondary phloems, and towards the internal region there is a formation of a secondary xylem. That means inside xylem are the formed, secondary xylem are formed, and the outside there are the secondary phloem are formed. Let's see. This is a figure that can explain overall structure about the secondary growth in a Helianthus anus. Let's see. In a pith there is a wood parenchyma, metaxylem, cambium, phloem, sclerenchyma, endodermis, parenchyma, cholenchyma, epidermis. But here are the central cambium. When secondary growth will be taking place, cambium divides inside secondary xylem, and the outside there are the secondary phloems, and between the two vascular bundles there is a parenchyma cells which are connected through the medullary rays, that is known as the interfascicular cambium. So that interfascicular cambium they also have a meristem, so that doing the function of a meristematic tissue or the cell division. Let's say that are the colorful figure that explain all structures. There are the pink structure are present, that is also known as a medullary rays or meristematic parenchyma. Red color structure endodermis, blue color structure there are the phloems, and the green color structure there is cambium. In this way secondary growth take place in a Helianthus anus.